Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Got the horses in the back, horse tack is attached. Hat is matty black, got the boots that's black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can't whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding in boobies. Cowboy hat from MUJ, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Hat down, cross down, living like a rock star. Spent a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like the Marlboro man, so I kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. That was Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and with Ray Cyrus. And I played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. Now in just a moment, I'm going to give a tutorial of everything I just played and show you an easier way to play it. If you're a beginner, you might appreciate the easier way. And then at the very end, I'm going to do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, hey, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want hundreds more free ukulele, downloadable ukulele song sheets, each with a link to its own video tutorial and play along just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. All right, now, I said there was easier. The main easier thing is there's a second page in the song sheet. The first page is what I just played, which is a more accurate version. But the second page simply has easier chords, and they don't sound bad. They don't sound quite as correct, but they don't sound bad. Here's the intro with the simpler chords. And here are the ones that I played. Not that much different, right? The ones I played had a lot of fifths in there. They sounded more authentic to me, but they are considerably harder. So like I said, if you're a beginner, just play the second page. And it's in the same key. So you can play it together with somebody who's playing the first page, and chances are nobody will notice, really, truly. Okay, I'm going to go over, I think, first the sort of strums that I did, basically 3 of them, and then I'll go over the chord transitions for both the harder and the easier versions. So when I say 3, it starts out and ends with just down strums, simple, sharp down strums. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do this A fifth. I'm gonna shape this A fifth. You can play an A if you'd rather, but so it starts out just that. That's all I'm doing, is sharp down strums. That's it. And then in the chorus, that's the intro. In the chorus, I add a pluck. Of course, I don't hang out on that A fifth, right? I go. Now, yes, I'm playing a low G ukulele. My dog has fleas. If you have a high G, my dog has fleas, I would still play it the same way. That pluck will be less of a bass line, right? But it'll still sound nice. It'll sound different, but it'll still sound good. I would play it the same way on a high G ukulele. So, yeah, the chorus then, just that first time you play the chorus, it's strum, pluck. I'm just plucking the top string with my thumb after a strum. That's it. And then the verse goes the same. You realize the entire song is, well, no, it's not exactly the same. It does alter, so never mind. Most of it, you could play the entire song in those 4 chords. A fifth, C fifth, G fifth, D fifth, or A, C, G, D. You could. It actually varies up a little bit with minors and with majors. So I tried to include all of those in my version. But it is a fairly, continuous loop of 4 chords. And what changes, the sort of robustness of the music changes from time to time. So that's why I did first the down strums, then the down strums, but with a little plucking, so we're kind of going, and then when we jump into the first verse, we jump fully in. It's the full strum. It's the same 4 chords. And what I'm doing there's it's a 4 beat, not a back beat. Like rock and roll is frequently a back beat. Right, but whereas this is the first one. It's the first and the third. Here and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the emphasis is. And I'm usually just paused after the first down, and that was it. Pause. 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 And that's it. That's really it for the whole song. I found a harder time singing the lyrics without screwing up than I did playing it. Although, like I said, the more difficult version that I played is in fact more difficult. In fact, I think I'm going to jump to the easier version and show you the chord transitions for the easier version first, and then I'll go back to the more difficult. So, first version, or the easy version, this is the second page of the song sheet. Starts out on an A. So you're going to do an A, and then I would form a C with my ring finger, right? It's hovering there already, so... And then your ring finger is going to move over just one string to form that G, and your ring finger is still the stability point. It's going to slide down on the same string and form the D. And then these two are nearly going to switch place to go back to the A. Okay, there are some alternatives, but most of the song is those 4. Okay, there's one point which it's a D minor instead, so you go from a G to a D minor. At that point, I guess I'd think of my index finger as the closest thing to a stability point, because it's going to move diagonally, but not much. It's going to move diagonally and drop the other 2 onto that D minor. That's at the end of the chorus. And that's it. Okay. Now, the version I played is an A fifth. So instead of this, you don't have a third. That's the third, as in the major, you've got a major, that's your chord, right? First, third, fifth. Well, instead, you got 2 fifths. Those are the same, these two, when you put it there, are the same sound. That's why it has no fifth. It's got 2 firsts and 2 fifths, it has no thirds. 2 firsts, 2 fifths, and that gives it sort of a rawer sound. It's true for every one of these chords. It makes for a simple chord because it only has 2 parts to the chord. Okay, so I go from an A5, which I form with my index and my ring finger, and then I drop my middle finger to the C, C5, covering 2 strings, right? And then my middle finger stays there. You can curl it up so that it only covers one string, but it stays right there for the G5. And then my little finger is just going to move over one string, and my index finger is going to lay flat for the D5. And the rest of the chord transitions, I think, are the same as I described before. You got a D, G, and a D minor, and okay. All right, now I'm going to play in slow motion, close up, on basically through the first half of the page. That is to say, the left half, from the intro, the chorus, the verse, and then the nothins. Can't nobody do me nothing, or tell me nothing, because after that it's all just a repetition. So slow motion. Close up on my chord forming hand. Here we go. Starting with the intro very slowly. 5, 6, 7, and... Yeah, I'm gonna stake my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Got the horses in the back, horse tack is attached, hat is matted black, got the that's black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can't whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. That's it. See you Wednesday.